you have to do this whole setup. And if you're outside and freezing in Chicago like I am right now, you might not be so inclined to actually do that. But there's a helicopter. How's it sound with the helicopter? Can you hear me pretty well with the helicopter? So the good thing about living in the city of Chicago is that we literally have no shortage of places with a lot of noise. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do right now is actually come to a park. I'm gonna use this park as a way to go ahead and test this microphone. Additionally, we're right next to the highway. So what that means is that we're gonna have cars zooming by. It's rush hour right now. So we're gonna have them zooming by, and we're gonna go ahead and show the capabilities of these microphones. We're also by a dog park, if you can hear the dogs. So we're gonna show the ability of these microphones to zero in on my voice. With all this background noise, what microphone does the best of putting your voice at the forefront? So right now I'm using the Video Mic Pro by Rode. That's my onboard microphone. I have it set to 0 decibels. I just with the regular windscreen. We'll be comparing this to my iPhone XR with the in microphone that it has, and then the actual microphone from Fifine technology. Okay, so this is my Rode Video Pro, Rode Mic Video Pro that's docked onto my camera. That's what I got right now, recording at 0 decibels and just plugged directly into the mic port. God, this is gonna suck because it's so cold out here. But I'm now gonna go ahead and take my iPhone and hold it up to a very similar shot, but still not the same shot because obviously there's different cameras. So right here, you're hearing the mic levels and everything on my actual T3i setup right there. And then right here, you're just hearing the audio from my onboard iPhone XR microphone. Which one sounds better? Which one sounds better? I don't know, you tell me. I'm about a good 2.5 feet from both cameras. Is my arm really 2.5 feet long? I don't know, but I'm about 2.5 feet from both cameras. So this is what you could expect. If you're vlogging with your camera on your iPhone, this is the reality you're gonna have unless you plug in a microphone to your iPhone. If you're gonna be vlogging on your camera, this is something more similar that you're gonna have. Obviously, with the onboard microphone, wherever your camera goes, your audio goes. So that's a huge upside and a huge plus. For a lavalier mic, sometimes you'd want to use that, sometimes you wouldn't. Something I'm thinking about using a lot for is like, who am I interviewing? So if I'm interviewing somebody for something, it could be a very informal interview, just whatever, something quick and fast on my vlog. I might actually hook them up to that lavalier mic real quick, just to go ahead and make sure that it's real close up to them and that you're getting those audio levels. I might also use this lavalier mic for moments where I want to use this camera but be all the way over there. So if I'm using this camera and I have this onboard microphone but I'm all the way over there talking, you're not going to be able to hear me. So I need something wireless specifically that can come with me, that I go ahead and record the audio and then it's transmitted to my camera. Now I'm going to go ahead and switch from the Rode Video Mic Go. I'm going to keep the comparison of my iPhone XR just so that you have that frame of reference, but I'm going to switch this guy over to the wireless Fifine microphone that I have. This is now the wireless microphone plugged in. I just tested it to make sure that it was actually recording before I started doing this. So I don't know how I sound. Do I sound crispy? Do you like it? Once again, this is just the Fifine. I gotta figure out how to actually say this. I'm sorry if I'm butchering it. I don't know if it's Fifine or Fifine, but I'm gonna stick with Fifine because that's what I feel like it's more like. But this is the Fifine microphone, wireless. Once again, the beauty about this is that I could literally be all the way over here and you still hear me over there. That's because I got the microphone on me. And so I'm given freedom to be over here, and still be heard on the microphone. That's the biggest thing about actually having this. One of the things I'm most excited about to actually use when using this specific microphone. Oh God, it's so cold out here. So this is going to go ahead and be the comparison I'm now moving away from my camera. So you can see I'm obviously clearly squatting from my camera. This is my iPhone XRS that's kept up right here with me. I got the microphone just clipped onto the belt, is that a belt? The strap of my bag right here. The pack right here, it's connected to the receiver, which is then plugged directly into my actual camera. And as you can see, this just gives you the versatility to be wherever. So if I was not over there and I had my microphone on right now, my Video Pro mic from Rode, you wouldn't be able to hear me as clearly as you can over here. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and leave my iPhone. Whoa! I almost just wiped the out. I'm gonna leave my iPhone right there. And now I'm assuming that on my iPhone you can't really hear anything I'm saying, but that over here you can more or less still hear me. iPhone? Camera. iPhone? Camera. Can you hear me? Can you hear me on that? I don't think you can. You probably can't, because it's the iPhone. You probably don't know anything I'm saying. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull back in with the wireless microphone. But that's obviously the biggest thing that I'm most excited about actually having this device and actually using it, is that versatility. It's different than having a microphone in your iPhone, having to keep your iPhone close to you. And it's much different than having, you know, your Video Mic Pro on there and having to stay close to your camera. By having something like this, you know, wherever your audio goes does not necessarily mean that's where your video goes. You have to plug it in. You have to do this whole setup. And if you're outside and freezing in Chicago like I am right now, you might not be so inclined to actually do that. But there's a helicopter. How's it sound with the helicopter? Can you hear me pretty well with the helicopter? I'm not really sure. All right, but that's pretty much done for the outside testing. We're gonna take this back to the studio and do a couple more tests there.
All right, so we're back in my studio and we're back on the Rode Video Mic Go. So once again, that's docked on my actual DSLR right here, and I'm standing pretty close to it. And that's pretty much the sound you're gonna get with the onboard microphone that's plugged directly into your camera. Obviously here in my studio, we have a lot less noise than we did outside, but this is how you could expect the Rode Video Mic Pro to sound if you're in a room, isolated and focused on video. As I move further back, you're gonna go ahead and notice a difference. So this is the audio from the Video Mic Pro when you're further away. Once again, just in a room, aside from some heaters, buzzing lights, things like that. This is more or less what you can expect to hear if you're further away from your microphone. So now we're recording audio with the Fifine Wireless microphone currently. So this is how it sounds once more in the studio. Aside from some fans, heaters, refrigerators, buzzing lights, this audio is going to remain consistent. So I'm going to go out of focus right here because my focus is set for about 2.5 feet to my camera. But now I'm about, once again, at 5.5 to 6 feet away distance from my camera. And the audio should more or less still sound the same. And that versatility is a huge factor that's going to play into the decisions of how I'm going to use it. So I'm going full Rode mic with this one just to display just how these two work. But for the actual process of this, you want to start with this receiver first. And this is obviously the adapter that you can put into your DSLR, but you don't need this. That's just the adapter. But this could go into a mixer or into a speaker. And when you turn this on first, you notice that it lights up green and it even flickers red for a moment. So green, flicker red real quick. Did you see that? That's just looking for the actual pack to connect with. So the moment you actually turn this on, turn it off. So it's very responsive. The moment the actual pack gets turned on, the receiver goes from green to red. And that's how you know that you're connected, and you could go ahead and continue with confidence that's actually connected and that it's actually working. You'll also see, as you notice, the LED or LCD screen actually illuminate. It goes from sort of like a greenish gray, like the old Nintendo, to like a backlit blue light with the information. That's pretty much how the mic works, from the receiver to the actual pack that stays on you. That's about it for this video. Let me know if you are actually interested in getting this. A lot of times when I think about tech, when I think about gear that we need to build your arsenal, I am definitely at a point of kind of like still building, still working. I think I always will be. A lot of times it's nice to start off with something completely different. If you're looking for something similar to, you know, higher quality, I guess, lavaliers that's in the $200 to $300 range, and not even know that something such as this exists under $40. And that would be a great way to start, a great way to just begin, to start recording audio, to get familiar with having a pack on, and get familiar with having a receiver, and just the differences between that and how it changes the experience of audio versus having an onboard microphone like this. In the description down below, I will have the link. If you're interested, go ahead, feel free to click on it and check it out. Once again, my name is Sweat. I live in Chicago, the greatest city in the world, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
So I'm actually currently testing the microphone plugged into a recorder, and this is just to go ahead and show a difference between actually plugged into a recorder versus having it plugged directly into camera. So editing the footage and going back on it, I actually noticed that there was a lot of a hissing noise, and I think that's actually because of my T3i as opposed to the actual microphone. So this audio is going to go ahead and serve as a purpose to compare and contrast it to, and I'm thinking that this is going to sound a lot better. So this is take 2 of the Fifine wireless microphone plugged into the recorder. I was actually recording at a 80% gain input, which still had a lot of that hissing sound. This is at about a 30% gain input. So I'm definitely liking those readings a lot better. If you're going to use this microphone, you might consider plugging it directly into a recorder, something that you can actually mix it into later, not directly into camera, because you're definitely gonna get a hissing noise, but that's more on the actual camera. When you set up your manual sound input on your T3i, that goes ahead and changes the amount of hissing that you pretty much get, and that was set for my Rode Video Mic Pro. So when I have this actual mic, I put that at about 20 plus decibels, and then that's plugged directly into my camera. Whereas this guy will need that level to be higher because it doesn't have that plus 20 decibel factor played into it. So that made it sound a lot less present, and that will work totally fine for that microphone. But as far as this, if you're gonna have this plugged directly into camera, you're going to have those decibel levels at about halfway, maybe even a little bit more, to sort of counteract that.